Still early on, only the fourth game, but already alarm bells ringing for Watford. No points, Newcastle just above them with that 3 thanks to victory against Tottenham Hotspur. Differing fortunes in the Cup, Newcastle playing well in midweek but losing on penalties. Watford, how much confidence did they get from progressing to the next round of the EFL Cup at the expense of Coventry? Well, the next 90 minutes will tell us. The sort of time afforded managers in the past not available anymore, but here's a perfect start from Hughes! Oh, how about that for Watford? Opportunist it may be. He missed an absolute sitter last week, but Will Hughes has slotted the opener here. And that will do him and Watford the world of good.
Well, when you miss a sitter, you want something like this in your next match, and you've got to have the confidence to do it. Newcastle don't defend this very well at all. They're all over the place, far too much space there. And he's onside when that ball's hit, and he's just there, hits it into the ground. That's what it does for the goalkeeper. But look at the space, the time he's got here to get the shot away. Two of them, a little bit unlucky. Ricochet really in favour of Hughes there, but the distance he was allowed to run to get the shot away, just not on.
Joelinton spreads it. Here's Christian Atsu. Covering the centre, has missed it, and Foster has to get there. What a moment that could have been. Well, the applause comes from Dawson, I think, who missed it, but that is a real let-off with Almiron waiting for his first goal.
I think he thought the defender was going to get this. Look, he more or less just doesn't do anything with it. I think he caught him by surprise. Fully expected the defender to get something on it, got nothing on it, came through to him, and very surprised to see that coming his way.
Maybe another one here, as Gray looks to go. Side-footed effort over in the end by Kiko Firmania.
Can't get your breath, can you, early in this game? It's just end-to-end. Going hammer and tongue at it. Should have hit the target there. Be disappointed with that. Came out nicely to him. Got to hit the target from there.
A lot of weight on the shoulders of Andre Gray. Certainly without Troy Deeney now after what they're told is minor knee surgery for a couple of months. But here they come again. And Hughes, the goal scorer, looks to prod it past. It's worked to Gray. That was inadvertent, but Gray takes aim and will be very disappointed. He feels it should be a corner.
Is that because he's put it wide? Usually strikers tend to do that, but again, on the break, very quick, very incisive. Oh, marginal there, whether he's offside or not. It just doesn't come down for him. I'm not sure there's a deflection there either.
Newcastle corner, Christian Atsu to swing one in. And they've looked for Willems on the edge of the box, who caught that nicely. Yamat's in the way. There's an appeal for handball. Joelinton's ball back in is much easier for Ben Foster.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a bad strike either. Interested to see whether that had gone on target.
Atsu flicks at the near post. Joelinton charged down. Joelinton, another shout for handball. 2 in a row this time. Doucouré the second one. Away by Hughes. And Watford escape. Here's Andre Gray. Still we play on. Doesn't mean they're not checking back in the Premier League's VAR centre, though.
Well, the fans convinced he was connected with the hand.
And here's what happened.
Well, that certainly wasn't, was it? I'm not so sure about that. That's ricocheting all over the place, that is.
Joelinton, and now it does go wide right. Kraft tosses it in. Oh, it's put into the corner! What a reactive goal from Schar, and Newcastle are level. Great time to score. Fabian Schar beats Ben Foster after confusion in the Watford defence. A first goal of the season for the big Swiss international, and they're level.
I'll tell you what, not bad quality from the centre-half, is it, this? Finishes it beautifully. You get the look of the bounce for once. I thought Foster had saved that. He might be a little bit disappointed. There, it just bounces nicely to him. Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. Gets a hand on it. But it's a good reaction, and his technique to finish it is really good. Doesn't panic, look. Gets over the top of it. I think Ben Foster, when he sees this again, there's the challenge there. Ball breaks kindly, gets over the top of it. side foots it really, and Foster, I thought he'd saved it, just pushes it in the back of the net.
I finished Joelinton would have been proud of, I'm sure.
It's easy to panic in those situations when he comes to you. Bounced up a little bit as well, made it more difficult, but he hits the target with it. That's the important thing.
Kabasele and Cathcart at the moment inside the Watford half, and Newcastle could break here. Almiron makes the run, and they found him nicely. Now can he invite Atsu? He does. Had to just slow down. Left-footed shot is easy enough for Ben Foster.
I'd like to have seen him just take his man on there. It's too easy from there. It was a long way out, right on the edge of the box where he hits it from. One-on-one here. Just, you know, it's easy for Foster, near post. Try and get yourself a penalty, anything but what he did in the end.
And it comes from Newcastle's midfielder, and it's a free header that goes wide. Well, he might hold his head. Fabian Schar close to a second goal.
Well, one you expect him as a centre-half, with his height, to do better with. He doesn't. Just goes beyond everybody. I think that just puts him off a little bit. It's a delightful delivery. Takes the goalkeeper out of the equation. Just dips on him at the last minute.
Only Doucouré really anywhere near it.
It's a bit similar, isn't it? Joelinton at the other end, Doucouré at that other end.
Lovely run from the captain. Can Newcastle produce something here? Atsu looking for options. They have. Almiron blocked by Watford. He's come close again, and then he goes down in the box, and the referee says no.
Oh, no appeals from the Newcastle players. I think it was just a slip by the look of it, wasn't it?
Newcastle are off again quickly though with Longstaff, and Hayden wanted it, and now he's in a good shooting position. It does! Lovely strike. Foster got something on it, and it's a Newcastle corner.
I'm not sure he knew much about it really. With the pace it was hit, it was a wonderful strike. Look how clean this is and the pace it goes. A little bit of movement as well. So give Foster a little bit of credit here. He had to get something on, did get something on, had he not. 2-1.
Newcastle have it, momentarily at least. Pereyra trying his best to make sure they don't. Here's Atsu. Joelinton the target. Kabasele, who's grown in confidence really and stature as the game's gone on after a shaky start. They'll set up Longstaff, who's urged to shoot. Foster behind it again. Atsu. He and Almiron have been at the centre of things. Here's Joelinton. Was he clipped there? Well, the St James's Park crowd thinks so. The referee's playing on. That's easy for Foster.
Well, crowd convinced, but they would be. They're the home crowd. He thought he was clipped, clearly.
But working it and looking for Doucouré, who's kept it in. Oh, what a let-off for Newcastle, who might have felt that was going to go out. Here's Hughes. Hughes again, and that's better for Dubravka.
I think the goalkeeper should have come out in the first place and nullified that, but he backed off. You see there, he stops, thinking it's going to go out. And it comes off him, hits his arm, gets a little bit lucky there, doesn't he?
Joelinton, Atsu. Neatly worked for Willems. Is this a second? It almost was for Atsu.
Well, it's beautifully worked, isn't it? Just a little bit, not too much pace on the ball across the face of the goal. Not even sure he could have slid and try and got that. But he's been pivotal and everything's been good. So in this second half, and he's slightly in front.
This time they look long for success. Fresh legs. Taking him there ahead of Dummett. He's put it in early too, and Gray almost gets there.
Well, Newcastle got away with one there a little bit. Great pace, gets it in early. Defender looks favourite to get it. Gray just gets in front of him, and tell you what, any sort of touch there, that could have been a little bit interesting.
Cleverly out wide. Whips one in early. Isaac success. Was punched away by Foster. Didn't quite get the right contact on its success, but it was enough to test Dubravka.
Oh, what a ball from Cleverly this is. Whips it in beautifully. Oh, that's a decent half chance, you know. Well, he is there. I think he just tries to be unselfish, heads it down for his teammate rather than goal. Dubravka comfortably gets something on it.
Schar Dummett, Lascelles, Joelinton, all targets. It's a low one that's got all the way through. Can they force it in? The ball is stuck at the moment, and it's gone into the arms of Foster.
The bevy of bodies there. Dear me, what a scramble this is. It was a poor corner to say the least, but look at this. Luckily, Ben Foster just sits on his backside and grabs it. You think it's going to end up in the back of the net, they all fall down, and luckily it just bounces straight into Ben Foster's hands.
Success. Deulofeu. Cleverly, that was travelling and it scoops wide. Goodness me. Well, there was almost an incredible moment of fortune for Tom Cleverly.
My word. They must have been thinking, oh, that's not going to squirm in that bottom corner. Comes off his own player there. Oh, and the spin nearly just takes it round the goalkeeper and in that bottom corner. Strikers love it when goalkeepers try things like that.
Success is trying a good run. Pereyra forced away. Dubravka now being kept busy after a game where he's largely spectated.
Oh, Success does well here, doesn't he? It's a bit of decent movement here. Look at that. I feel if he keeps it on the floor, he might just do a little bit better. Strikes it well, but good height for Dubravka. Give him credit. Got across really well.
Dawson. Joelinton not quite strong enough. Chalobah doesn't get the decision. Now can Joelinton launch a counter? Muto holds his run and goes now, and he's onside. He'll have to do it all himself. He's going and finding the side netting.
Well, everybody around has stood up there expecting maybe a late winner. Now, was this a foul? He just seemed to go down a little bit easy there. The referee had a good shot, good look at that, and he's onside there as well. Stays onside really well. But pushes himself a little bit wide. And in the end, Foster's got that near post covered.
One last run from Jetro Willems. Decent cross too, and another confident piece of goalkeeping from Foster. That is that, and there are a few dissenting voices at full time as Steve Bruce's Newcastle draw their second home game. A first point for Watford in the Premier League. They remain bottom though. Will Hughes' goal early on in the first half, cancelled out eventually late in that first 45 by Fabian Schar, and neither of the two could conjure up a winner in the second period. The chances came and went. Foster had a good game, and in the end Watford pushed and pushed but couldn't get over the line either. The visitors off the mark then with the first point, but it isn't 3. Final score here at St James's Park is Newcastle United 1, Watford 1.